Hello there, you are very welcome to the Wicklow GA TV stream of the Boom and Platform Higher Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final between Aughrim and Western Gaels. Yesterday, Carnew Emmets beat Kilcool in the other semi-final, so that is the opposition the winners of this match will face. It's the 2021 Junior A champions versus the 2022 Junior A champions. Aughrim last year were the beaten intermediate finalists, while Western Gaels have reached one semi-final but haven't reached the final yet since their term coming up. We're going to take it through the teams here now. We'll start off with the Aughrim team. Wait for it to pop up here. So, for Aughrim in goal is David Whitty. Corner back number 2 is Dean Barnes. Robert Lambert is full back with Philip Toomey left corner back. Joe McGuckian starts at right half back. There's a change to the original programme. Killy McDonald doesn't start. He was wearing number 6. Thomas Hayden comes in from Mark Lancy starts at number 7, left half back. John Toomey and Dylan Byrne start in the midfield with Lorcan Toomey, Adam Lively and Conor Lambert in the half forward line. Ian Clancy, Alex Kavanagh and Mark O'Shea make up the full forward line. We'll move on now to Western Gaels. They are as selected on the programme. Michael Cleary starts in goal. Rory Corrigan, Jack Reid and Cian Deering make up the full back line. Charlie Chamney, Conal Byrne and Oisin O'Neill are in the half back line. Kieran Traynor partners Luke Byrne in the midfield, while Rory Martin, David Peppard and MJ Moore make up the half forward line. Conor Deering, Tony Griffin and Tom Moore are in the full forward line. Coming through the groups, Western Gaels were undefeated throughout their group. They beat Glenealy, Arklow Rocks and Bray Emmets. As for Aughrim, it's been a different road. Beaten by Kilcool, however, did turn things around and came away with wins against Carnew and against Barndarrig, while also came up through the quarterfinals, beating Glenealy. Chris Canavan is our referee today from Avoca. They'll be with James Phelan there on the line from St. Pat's. It's a nice day today in Aughrim, bit windy. If we can, the flags there at the town end are blowing in the direction of the West Gate. While it's the sun though is out compared to the lashes of rain we had here yesterday, which caused a few problems for the players when rising, striking and catching the ball. A few loose touches here or there. Waiting for now the two captains going into the centre there to meet Chris. Dylan Byrne, captain Aughrim. Well, coming out is Conal Byrne for Western Gaels. Of course, interesting now for Western Gaels, a combination club made up of a number of teams out in northwest Wicklow, close to the Dublin border. You can see they're underage now. A number of clubs out there have started to get a few teams together, such as Kilbride and Blessington and Vallymount. For Aughrim, they have a couple of players coming in from places like Annacurra and Tinahely. Toss is done. We're waiting now for, and Banlacore of course as well, with the 3 Toomeys involved. Banlacore drew with Vallymount during the week in the intermediate relegation playoff. John wasn't available for that. He was at a wedding and has flown back for the semi-final. Carnew beat Kilcool yesterday with the last puck of the ball. Wet, windy conditions, much more favourable for hurling here today. Down in Aughrim, where else would you want to be when the sun is shining but Aughrim? So it looks like Aughrim will be attacking the West Gate end for the first half. So they'll have the wind at their backs. Chris Canavan doing his checks, waiting for players to get into position. Tom Moore seems to take up the full forward position, but Robert Lambert is going out to meet Tony Griffin, the former Clare hurler. Chris Canavan doing his final check and throws the ball in, and we're off for the second intermediate semi-final. Battle for possession in midfield. Seems like Dylan Byrne's got his body over there, but bodies are flying in now straight away, trying to get the hands on their first ball. No one claiming possession yet, but it spills out for Lorcan Toomey. Toomey's dispossessed. On the ball now is MJ Moore or Roy Martin. The ball's nicked away. From him by John Toomey, who hops it down the pitch, but only as far as a Western Gaels man on the ball. It's Conal Byrne. Byrne, crossfield ball, looking for Tom Moran. Philip Toomey is chasing. Tom Moran picks it up. Bit of space now for him to run and do. He's got some pace. Tom Moran heading towards goal. Is there a chance for goal? He's got the first goal of the game, the first goal of the match. Western Gaels up by a goal. We haven't even got a minute played just yet. The half-back line for the half-back there, the centre-back, Conal Byrne, is a great reader of the game. Cannot send a loose ball down his way. He will just catch that all day with ease. Lorcan Toomey trying to catch, doesn't. Luke Byrne is straight away trying to get possession for Western Gaels. The ball spills loose. Clancy's after it, but ahead of him was Kieran Traynor. Traynor in possession. Traynor looks up. Over the shoulder, hits it forward. Rory Martin's chasing it. He's pushing it back, surely by Thomas Hayden, but no, says Chris Canavan. Dylan Byrne now in possession. Taking it past MJ Moran. Has a free, on the advantage, has a free now. And out comes Ian Clancy to take this. So already a very tense affair. Neither side giving each other an inch. The battle in midfield has already begun. See there, Joe McGuckian going back to keep a tight lid on MJ Moran. Two men of small stature, but have speed. Clancy shoots this one. It's high and it's gone over with the aid of the wind. The way he struck it there, you wouldn't feel that the wind actually had much of a factor in it. But Michael Cleary with the puck out. A goal to Western Gaels, 1 point to Aughrim. Cleary now with the puck out, goes long. Looking for David Peppert, he's underneath this. John Toomey is as well. John Toomey catches for Aughrim. On the advantage now for a drag back. He hits it in, looking for his corner forward. That is Mark O'Shea. But they bring it back for the free here in midfield, and Clancy was still out there, so he doesn't have far to go. It's dead centre here. He struck the last one very well. He shouldn't have any problems with this one. James Phelan making sure he's in line. Clancy lining up his shot for Aughrim last week. They lost the intermediate football semi-final, so this is what they have left. Landed Junior B football. Clancy shoots, and Clancy strikes it over without any issue. Cleary again now with the puck out. Aughrim have responded very well since the concession of that goal. Cleary looks for the wing back. Oisín O'Neill. Oisín O'Neill doesn't catch it first time, gets it up second time. Lively's on him, so is Clancy. Can't get it out. Lively puts a hurl in there. Rory Corrigan rests in possession, but Clancy, not in the hands of Clancy, it's in the hands of Conor Lambert. Lambert out to Toomey. Toomey with a chance for the first point from play. Blocked down by Luke Byrne. But out comes to the ball is Mark O'Shea. Mark O'Shea has it on the ground. Western Gaels doing their best to try to overturn him, but Mark O'Shea has it again. Small, nifty fella. Gets it over to Alex Kavanagh. Kavanagh seems to be blocked down by his own man there. However, it's almost in possession of Mark Clancy. But away comes MJ Moran. Moran, met up by Alex. Gets a free there for Bargen. Canavan saying that it was a charge of the shoulder into the chest. And Luke Byrne now to take the free. Luke Byrne assessing his options. Goes long. Looking for Tom Moran. Doesn't get to him. Goes over the head of Philip Toomey as well, but Dylan Byrne collects the loose ball. Sends it up the pitch looking for Lively. Rory Corrigan's after him. Lively takes a touch. Just takes it away from himself, but keeps it in play. Lively down the line, looking for Lorcan Toomey. Lorcan gets it on the end line. He's got a bit of space in front of him there to run through, but he just can't control that, and it's out wide. First wide of the match for Aughrim. Cleary once again with the puck out. It's been a hotly contested affair already. Cleary looking for Luke Byrne, who's made a run into space. He catches with ease. Takes it, does a dummy pass, John Toomey. Sends it into the forward, looking for Tom Moran. Philip Toomey once again on his back, and that's a free into Western Gaels. Just overcommitted himself there, Philip. David Peppert is waiting for the ball to come his way to take the free, or not. I think Rory Martin is trotting over. Rory Martin there. Looking at Western Gaels, they're small and they're fast for the most part, but you do have big men such as Rory Martin, Tony Griffin and David Peppert in that forward line. Rory Martin assessing The post, rises, strikes, puts it, well, looks to be wide from the umpire. First wide of the day for Western Gaels. Still remains a goal to 2 points. David Whitty with the puck out, goes long looking for Toomey. Luke Byrne tries to get a hurl there, but it's picked up instead by Oisin O'Neill. Or Conal Byrne rather. Deering on the ball, put under immediate pressure by Dean Barnes and Robert Lambert rather. However, Conor Deering comes away with it, gives it off. It's hit across looking for Tony Griffin. Dean Barnes gets a hurl in there. Brilliantly done by Dean Barnes. Keeps the ball going forward. Kicks it up now to Lorcan Toomey. Lorcan Toomey touched into space for himself. He's got Joe McGuckian to his right. Doesn't use him. Just goes through the challenge. He hits the ball in. It's half blocked down. However, Mark O'Shea should get here. He is in front of his man. He's been hounded by Conal Byrne and it's seen as a trip. And it's a free in to Aughrim and they have a chance now to equalise. Clancy 2 from 2 so far. The only wide was that Lorcan Toomey miscontrolled ball for Aughrim. Of course, Roy Martin hit her wide from a free for Western Gaels. It's Clancy strong bees behind him. Clancy lining up the posts. Rising, striking over the bar, and that's things level here now. Just about to go 7 minutes old this match. Conor Cleary gets on with it quickly. Looks for the cornerback. He's in possession now, Rory Corrigan. Hits it up forward, John Toomey gets to the loose ball. He passes it back inside, and here is Clancy. Clancy from way out the field. It's dropped, it's gone just to the right and wide. That might have been Cian Deering there. Yeah, that was Cian Deering rather, making that clearance. Cleary gets on with the puck out, looking for David Peppard. Peppard doesn't catch it, gets into space, looking. Toomey's back there to put pressure on him, but Peppard rises up anyway. On now to Luke Byrne. Bit of space in front of him. To his right there is Charlie Chamney. Chamney goes for the shot. It's just tailing to the left. It's going to drop under at Deering. It's poked out by Philip Toomey. But the rest of our possession now here on the D in the Aughrim half. Toomey's in there, so is Peppard. John Toomey comes away with it. Looks to clear, doesn't clear. Hops it off the ground. Tony Griffin puts him under pressure. John Toomey hits it out over the sideline. Good pressure there from Tony Griffin, leading the Western Gaels press. Sideline ball now to Western Gaels. So who's going to be taking this? Luke Byrne seems to be the man in possession of the ball. But he's giving it over to Rory Martin. James Phelan pointing him to where he wants it to be taken. Saw Brandon Ryan yesterday score a sideline from a similar position. In fact, it could be the exact same spot. It definitely is possible, and that was with rain, not just the wind, but rain, but heavy rain as well. Rory Martin taking his moment to line this up correctly. Kind of snatched at his free. How will we fare with this one? It just goes low. In looking for Tom Moran. Philip Toomey gets a hurl to it. Tom Moran though gets it into his hand. Burst past Thomas Hayden and Toomey. Tom Moran to Tony Griffin. Tony Griffin with the shot. It skids. A brilliant save there by David Whitty and out for a 65. Brendan Cummins mentioned as a goalkeeper, the hardest shot you can face is one that a player mishits. Makes it very tricky for them to save. He notes down a save PJ Ryan made in the 2009 All-Ireland final where Owen Kelly slipped on the turf, but Ryan still managed to get a hurl to it. Sometimes when it's blasted at you, it's easier to save. Luke Byrne now will take this 65. Byrne, chance to put Western Gaels back in front. Rises, strikes. Has he got it? He has indeed. Umpires are happy with it. It's 1-1 Western Gaels, 3 points Aughrim. Haven't scored from play since that goal in the first minute. David Whitty now with the... Haven't scored a goal, yeah. Scored from play since that first goal in the first minute. Whitty with the puck out. Dropping down on top of John and Lorcan Toomey. Just skids forward and Charlie Chamney gathers. MJ Moran can't get the pass. It's just hit to him with a bit too much venom from Charlie Chamney, a bit too over-eager. Clancy now is the man for the dead ball specialist here for Aughrim. Inside is Adam Lively and Alex Kavanagh, as well as Marco O'Shea, so some fast players in there, if he can get it that far. Clancy now with the sideline. He's looking in the direction of Lively. Out comes for it there is Cian Deering. Alex Kavanagh puts him under pressure. Alex Kavanagh should get gather. He does. On to Thomas Hayden. Thomas Hayden swings back to shoulder, shoots, and it just goes well wide in the end, really. Once again, we have Michael Cleary with the puck out. Sends it long. Down. It's pulled on by Dylan Byrne, but breaks for Ian Clancy. Clancy forward to Alex Kavanagh. He can't control it under immediate pressure from Kieran Traynor. Traynor has it in possession. He sends it forward, but only Joe McGuckian there for Aughrim. He sends a long ball in now. Mark O'Shea is underneath that with Rory Corrigan. Mark O'Shea gets a hurl to it. Lorcan Toomey comes in. Lorcan Toomey, if you control that first time, he was true, but Mark O'Shea has it. Lively goes for it. What a goal by Lively! Aughrim 1-3, Western Gaels 1-1. For Mark O'Shea to get to that break, and he saw Lively in space. A brilliant shot for the young man. And that's open up this game now. John Toomey goes for the catch ahead of Luke Byrne. Goes for the shot. It's going over, is it? It looks good. It is indeed good. John Toomey sends over absolute cracker from the midfield. 1-4 to 1-3, 1-1. And the game is turned on its head. Michael Cleary now with the puck out. Yesterday we waited almost to the 40-minute mark for fireworks to start. This game has taken no such time to get going. Great catch by David Peppert. He sends it in now, looking for Tom Moran. Philip Toomey there is out in front, but it breaks into space. Joe McGuckin tries to get a boot there. Tom Moran can't control it, but MJ will. MJ now, he's definitely been held back a bit by Joe McGuckin, but referee says play on. Getting down low, try pick it up. Thomas Hayden's there, put him under pressure. Now it is, in possession is Kieran Traynor. The free in now for Western Gaels. Chance now just to settle them back down a bit. Luke Byrne is coming in for this, so Rory Martin off the free taking duties for the moment anyway. (1-4 to 1-1). Just 12 and a half minutes gone in the first half. Looking at the posts. They love these mad routines, these free takers, and he gets it over the bar. I suppose the one difference was that Roy Martin just completely went for it. No routine or nothing. And he struck it wide. So maybe there is a thing about doing routines. David Whitty with the puck out. Looking for the Toomeys. Lorcan puts his hand up though. It's pucked forward by Charlie Chamley. Tony Griffin trying to get possession for Western Gaels. Joe McGuckian seemed to carry it over the line there, and it's a line ball to Aughrim. Coming off Tony Griffin's boot, it looks like, as James Phelan has judged. Clancy now with the dead ball. It's funny, I always see players taking sidelines with their boot and they always mark the ground. I got in trouble for that now at under 12. So they seem to just want to make up rules as they go along, I think. Ian Clancy rather. Good cut. That's what happens when you mark the ground. Lively now onto the ball, can't get there. But however, Alex Kavanagh can. Lorcan Toomey now with a chance for a point, goes for it. It just snatched at that a bit too much and it went wide. 3 wides now for Aughrim. As that puck out is taken too quickly as far as Chris Canavan is concerned. Oisin O'Neill was waiting in space for it. And it's in the back of the net, but whistle gone already. Michael Cleary now with the puck out. Cleary assessing his options, goes down the stand side. Charlie Chamley catches with ease. Bit of pace about this fella. Mark O'Shea is on his case, but he can't get to him. Luke Byrne now with it, ahead of Toomey. Looking in long for Tom Moran. Tom, great catch ahead of Philip Toomey. Moran over the shoulder, and it's gone. Looks like it's good. It's over the bar. Brilliant response there from Aughrim, from Western Gaels. Tom Moran with the second score of the game. 1-1 now so far. Philip Toomey got the better of a few challenges, but not that time. Whitty now with the puck out, looking for John Toomey. Looking Byrne though is on him. John Toomey can't catch it cleanly and sends it out to the sideline. They're looking around quickly. David Pepper though just slipped before he could get into space for this. Oh, he mishits it and he should have marked the ground when he took that. John Toomey gets it on. Aughrim trying to move it up there, but that was a hook on Mark Clancy and to wrestle for possession in the midfield. And there, a couple of players. Can't really see exactly who's on it now, but it seems like Clancy is coming out with it. He doesn't have control, no. Rory Martin kicking it forward. Dylan Byrne trying to get hurled there, and Rory Martin still keeping it forward. John Toomey though gets back, and Dylan Byrne is in possession. He has here Joe McGuckian available, but Byrne turning on the afterburners a bit. He's going to go for the score, or not. It goes into Alex Kavanagh. Let's take it in there. Jack Reid can't keep it. Adam Lively has it now. Looks for Lorcan Toomey. Jack Reid did well there to get back and intercept, but the ball is still loose, still unclaimed. MJ Moran is back there helping defending. Lively going for it now. Gets ahead of the challenger Darren. Lively tries over the shoulder. Doesn't work out for him. Jack Reid gets it, and he sends it down looking for Tony Griffin, who's come way out the pitch, and it's gone out to the sideline. Tony Griffin, he's a long way from goal. The full forward, I suppose, against the wind. Kind of maybe makes a bit more sense for him to get it on a bit of ball out the pitch. But I'm certain in the second half he will be stuck in the square for almost his entirety. Thomas Hayden now with the sideline. Not allowing Mark Clancy to come back and take this one. And he hits a good sideline. It's going to drop out underneath Charlie Chamney, who doesn't get there. Mark O'Shea does. Hurl's going in there from Chamney. He gets a hurl on the ground. Mark O'Shea breaks it out wide. And go choose Ian Clancy. He's met by Luke Byrne with the chest, and it's going to be a free in. I suppose it was considered a side-on charge from Luke Byrne. I suppose to stop a goal at this time is probably the best thing to do. Good instincts really from it for a defender to have, and he doesn't even pick up the yellow card for it. Clancy with the free. Lining this up, going through his routine. Wonder what happens if they accidentally catch on the wrong side when they spin their hurl. Clancy puts it over the bar. Aughrim 1-5, Western Gaels 1-3. Ian Clancy has 4 frees from 4. Cleary with the puck out. Going long looking for Trainer. Trainer doesn't get a hurl to it. Aughrim do. Clancy now back in possession. Clancy whips on it and sends a high ball dropping down on top of Alex Kavanagh. Kavanagh lets it roll in front of him. Kavanagh has a chance of goal. He's dragged down by Jack Reid, and it's a penalty for Aughrim. Alex Kavanagh just doing it. If you remember Joe Canning's goal in the 2015 Leinster final where he let Joey Holden just go in front of him. You could also say an even more recent memory of John McGrath against Cork in the All-Ireland final this year, giving Owen Downey a little shove, letting the ball go behind him and then winning a penalty. Jack Reid also receiving a yellow card here. Oh, sorry, it's the first yellow card of the match. Smart play from Kavanagh. Clancy, he's 4 from 4 from frees. Let's see how he does on penalties. Michael Cleary doing his best Emi Martinez impression, shaking his legs on the line. Clancy rises, strikes, doesn't get a clean connection, bounced off the ground. Cleary gets a save, pulls it out wide. Chasing after there is Conal Byrne, but he can't get there in time. It's going to be a line ball to Aughrim. Taken quickly down the line, but it's just too quick. Charlie Chamney should get there, does it. Brilliant shoulder from Clancy. Strong man. He gets it back inside, looking for Conor Lambert. Lambert passes it back into Toomey. Toomey now, goal chances on here. Strikes it across the face, a goal and wide. Still remains Aughrim 1-5, Western Gaels 1-3. 19 minutes gone. Michael Cleary looks out wide, looking for Oisin O'Neill. Oisin O'Neill can't get there. Alex Kavanagh doing well to put him off. And the possession spells loose. Toomey now in possession. Toomey out to Clancy. Clancy from dead centre. Where is this going? It's going over the bar. His 5th point of the game. First from play. 1-6 to 1-3. Of course, Ian Clancy plays corner back quite a lot this year for the county, but is a fine corner forward, or even centre forward at this point. Michael Cleary looking for Oisin O'Neill again. It goes into space there. MJ Moran there is shown the greatest net together. He does get there. MJ Moran under pressure from Ian Clancy. He's on the advantage now. Moran hits it inside looking for Tony Griffin. Cut out there by Mark Clancy, but they're going to take it back for the free here on the wide on the 45. Luke Byrne trotting over to it. Chris Canavan pointing to the spot. 20 minutes gone here. Still Aughrim lead by 3. Playing The wind now just doesn't seem to be there at all. In fact, if I'm looking at the flags there coming across the pitch, Luke Byrne rising, striking, getting it over the bar. Cuts the lead down to 2 points. 1-6 to 1-4 in favour of Aughrim. David Whitty with the puck out. Hits it down in the open stand side. Roy Martin's underneath it, gets a hurl to it. Luke Byrne should pick up the pieces, does. Very sharp touch there from Luke Byrne. And Tony Griffin, talk about sharp touches, looked for Deering, but Robert Lambert comes out with it. Deering's still on his case. Lambert gets it into Lively. Lively catches it first time. Breaking inside, ball pops up, keeps control. Finds Lorcan Toomey on the run. On the advantage, Toomey now. Chance for a point. Gets it over the bar. Yeah, just gone over there. There was an advantage there for Lively. But fair play to Chris Canavan, he let it go on. And Lorcan Toomey with a point from play. 3 points, the margin again. Michael Cleary with the puck out. All too familiar for him now at this point, I'm sure he'll feel. Cleary goes long once again. Underneath that's Kieran Traynor. Tony Griffin's also there. Tony Griffin tries to get a hold of it. John Toomey comes through it, catches with ease. Robert Lambert now hitting it forward, looking for Lively again. But out in front there is Cian Deering. Deering back to Luke Byrne. Luke Byrne sets his option ahead. David Peppard was making a move, but Tom Moore's made a move in behind him. Now Moran has a bit of a clear run to goal here. Moran has the pace, has the hurling, hooked by Philip Toomey. And is that out for, it's out, gone out wide. Brilliant defending there by Philip Toomey. Suppose Moran, he does have a lot of hurling. He is a brilliant hurler. Strike may have been a bit too wide there. We have a sub coming on here now for Western Gaels. Conor Manifold is coming on. Off comes Oisin O'Neill. Oisin O'Neill, to his credit, he may have lost a few puck outs there. Number 18 coming on, Conor Manifold. David Whitty now with the puck out. Goes down the open stand side, looking to me. Tony Griffin tries to get a hurl there, it doesn't, but Luke Byrne picks up the pieces. You would trust this fella to take a handy enough touch. He's very sharp with that, very nice, very slick hurling. Chamley hits it into space, but to no one in particular. Conor Manifold using his body well there. Now Tony Griffin's in possession. Griffin looking forward to Tom Moran. Tom Moran, there is Philip Toomey again, causing trouble. But it breaks back out to Tom Moran. Tom Moran now trying to break past Philip Toomey. Robert Lambert's also there. Over the shoulder and over the bar. Brilliant score from Tom Moran. That's much better from his position. That's 1-2 for him now today. Philip Toomey has, I suppose it's been an even enough battle, if you go percentage-wise, but 1-2 so far from play from Tom Moran. Luke Byrne and John Toomey need that. Luke Byrne gets hurled, does a smart thing, doesn't allow it to go near Toomey's hand. However, Clancy gets the break. He sends it down. Chamley takes a touch in the hurl. It just goes away from him, but he keeps it in play. Mark O'Shea putting him under pressure. Luke Byrne now in possession. Luke Byrne to MJ Moran, can't get there. Toomey gets a, that was Lorcan Toomey, got a hurl to it. Gone out for a line ball now to Western Gaels. 2 points in it. Kind of feel, in terms of battling going on, that Aughrim have been winning tighter balls, but still only 2 points in it, having played against the wind in this first half, or for the most part of this half. Rory Martin now with the line ball. He doesn't get a great connection, but Conor Manifold at least is there. However, John Toomey nicks it off him. On now to Clancy. Clancy back to Lorcan Toomey. Lorcan Toomey has 3 men on him, gives it off to John McGuckian. Smart pass. MJ Moran gets a half hook on him, but it still goes towards Lively. But Cian Deering gets to it, but Lively, however, gets the break. Lively, 2 men in front of him. No route really to get away, however, finds Mark O'Shea. Mark O'Shea goes for the shot. It hangs up in the air and that's over the bar. 1-8 to 1-5 to Aughrim. It's been a good half of hurling so far as scoring is concerned. Michael Cleary looking down the pitch. 2 Aughrim men were underneath that with Kieran Traynor, and Dylan Byrne comes out with it. He's dragged back. It's going to be a free here for Aughrim. With Ian Clancy from frees has been perfect. Of course, missing that penalty earlier on, but it'll say 100% on the frees nonetheless. 5 minutes to go to the 30-minute mark. Chance to bring Aughrim's advantage out to 4 points. Ian Clancy going through his routine. Flicking the hurl a couple of times, looking at the target. Rising, striking. It's a sweet strike, but it's gone to the left and wide. His first miss from a free today. Michael Cleary with the puck out. Looking for Tony Griffin. Conor Manifold thought about going for it. He's pushing it back by Dean Barnes. And it's a free here on their own 65 for Western Gaels. And Luke Byrne is trotting over to take this. Still 3 points to margin. James Phelan let him know where he wants it. Luke Byrne going through his routine, looking up several times, looking up and down. Rises, strikes. It's a good strike, but it looks like it may drop short. Conor Deering gets a hurl to it. David Whitty saves! Brilliant save. John McGuckin tries to kick it out. However, there is Kieran Traynor. And now MJ Moran turns it back over, goes wide for Western Gaels. Well defended there by Aughrim. We're looking at David Whitty's second save of the match. He's been brilliant since conceding that goal in the first minute. 3 wides as well for Western Gaels. Lorcan Toomey tries to get a hand to it, can't. Charlie Chamley's in there to put him under pressure. Chamley using his body well to hold him off, to allow Tony Griffin break onto it. Dean Barnes sending Tony Griffin back to Clare with that hit. And there is Chamley now in possession. Griffin now has pulled there. Seems like on Barnes' leg. Doesn't seem to be happy by that Dean Barnes challenge. And there's a few shoves going in there for Griffin. And it's heating up here. A few little slaps. Dean Barnes, the man. Dean Barnes and Griffin, both under a fair bit of discomfort at the moment. But for yourselves at home, you won't be under any discomfort, as we have available in a draw a Ford Puma of the value of 33,000 and lots of cash prizes you can win. Tickets can be found on the Wicklow GAA website. Tony Griffin here now for that pull. It's a red card for Tony Griffin. Things are heating up here a bit. Seemed a bit harsh as the ball was there to be played, but I suppose saw it as overly aggressive and it's a free. He's Tony Griffin not leaving the pitch too soon. We've got 2 minutes to go till the half-time interval. Losing such a figure such as Tony Griffin's a big loss. Clancy now 4 from 5 so far from frees. 1 penalty saved by Michael Cleary. Western Gaels crowd are incensed about that decision. Of course, Ian Clancy was the man who came in and gave Griffin a bit of a knock. Just over a minute to go till the 30-minute mark. Clancy, unfortunately for Aughrim, has hit that one wide. Michael Cleary looking for Conor Manifold. He runs into space. Clancy's immediately on his case. Conor Manifold catches though. Takes the hit from Clancy and Lively's in there. Sneaking behind him to get the hook in. Manifold though, back in possession, wins it, gets it free. They are a fast, nippy team, Western Gaels, and sometimes you do see it going a man down, all of a sudden space can open up. Again, if we're to talk about teams winning with without the aid of an additional man, if we think of the semi-final, Tipperary versus Wexford back in 2019, or even this year against Kilkenny. Luke Byrne dropping it in. Toomey comes out for it. Joe McGuckin gets a hurl to it. Moran on the spin, puts it over the bar. Looks like the umpires are agreeing on it. No, hang on a second. They were deep in conversation for a few moments, giving each other eyes, and eventually the decision was that it was wide. 3 points still the margin. 10 seconds left to go to the 30-minute mark. David Whitty with the puck out. I think Chris Canavan there is calling Conor Deering in here. 2 minutes of added time here now to be played as well. Deering Must have been a bit of afters or disagreement there about the decision of that wide. Deering, I think, picks up a yellow card here. Robert Lambert is the additional man, and Whitty goes for him on the 21, and Robert Lambert fires it forward. Charlie Chamley's underneath that. Charlie Chamley gets a hand to it but can't catch it. Jack Reed tries to get a hand to it, however, it spills loose. John Toomey now from a tight angle. Great block down there by Rory Corrigan. And it's a line ball to Aughrim. Clancy trotting over to it. He's been striking these one well from far out the pitch. Marking the ground. Whoever is in charge of the maintenance of the Aughrim field won't be too happy, but county players like himself get to do what they want, I suppose. Clancy lining up the posts. Clancy cuts it across. It's just gone too high for anyone to get onto it and too wide to go over. Michael Cleary with the puck out once more. 1-8 to 1-5. Cleary looking for Kieran Traynor. Good touch by Kieran Traynor. 7 wides for Aughrim at the moment after that one, and John Toomey and gets a hurl to that, and Aughrim overturned possession. Clancy half block down. It's going to follow in for Mark O'Shea. Mark O'Shea has been dangerous from these positions. Goes for goal. Michael Cleary saves. 2 Western Gaels men miss it, but the ball, thankfully in their case, hasn't gone close to the goal. It's gone further away. But here's Thomas Hayden, half hooked by Luke Byrne. Comes in. They're attempting to clear there, Western Gaels, but only comes as far now as John Toomey, and Toomey puts it over the bar. It's 1-9 to 1-5 to Aughrim. I think that half-time whistle is about to blow here now. We played the 2 minutes. Cleary hits up the pitch looking for Barton, and there it is, the half-time whistle. Well, a good start for Western Gaels, getting a goal in the first minute, but Aughrim have taken over on the scoreboard. 1-9 to 1-5. Ian Clancy has been, for the most part, very good from dead balls. Michael Cleary did save a penalty, but the biggest decision in this half was that Tony Griffin red card. We'll see you back here in the next 10 minutes for the second half of this semi-final.
Support Wicklow GAA and you could win a hybrid Ford Puma worth 33,000 a year or 25,000 a year cash. Get your tickets from your club. Don't forget Wicklow GAA's Golf Classic East is September 19th. Want to enter a team or sponsor a tee? Follow our social media for details.
The corner forward gathers it on the 21, but it's stolen by the cornerback. He's picked his pocket there.
It's dropping from the skies. The big man has it again. Oh, he's lording it today.
He's backing himself. He has the distance, but has he the accuracy? It's over the bar. Toshi's out of throw. Toshi's out of Trasta. You've done it. Nobody.
Our GAA. We all belong here, in this place, at this time. We belong not because of who we are or where we come from. Being here means belonging. Belonging means knowing you're part of a community that has a place for all, where potential is nurtured, where individuals become teams, who honour the legacy of those who went before and strive to build a legacy of their own. Some of us play, some of us used to play, some of us never played. We all belong. Belonging means having a voice, means being able to say what you think is right, being listened to. Belonging means respecting each other, means being there for each other, on the pitch, off the pitch. Belonging means rolling our sleeves up and doing what needs to be done. We all belong, whether it's our first day or our 100th year. We all belong here, because this place belongs to us all. Our GAA, where we all belong.
Support Wicklow GAA and you could win a hybrid Ford Puma worth 33,000 euro or 25,000 euro cash. Get your tickets from your club. Don't forget Wicklow GAA's Golf Classic East is September 19. Want to enter a team or sponsor a tee? Follow our social media for details.
Someone move! It's looking, boys. Who wants it? Alan! Will you just kick them all out to the middle of the field? Get your head in the game, come on! Keepers! Jesus Christ, Alan! Will you catch the ball? That's your square, your responsibility! You called for the ball! Come on and get your head in the game! James, lads, he's lost the hunger altogether, that fella. Christ!
Eugene, listen, look, we're all worried about him. He's not in a good place. He's not himself. He doesn't need you on the sideline shouting at him with abuse. Look, go and have a chat with him and see if he's all right, will you?
Yes, I never thought of that. Hold on. Alan! Alan, come here! Alan,
It's important to remember that underneath the jersey, GAA players are just normal people too. 4 out of 4 of us have mental health, and you don't have to be an expert to make a positive difference at your GAA club. Look after yourself and keep an eye out for others. Sometimes all you have to do is listen. Go to realtalks.ie/GAA to learn more.
Tá áitir le bhaine lig. Bhaine tá beo a fannacht ar lá nach teach a riomh béidir. Bhaine a hín siar ríist sa ríist eile hí an áitir asmuid.
Well, lads, what's the crack?
Bhaine nach stoppa riomh go dagan na pointe nach féidir mu a stoppa. Bhaine nach niúltín riomh don obair atá le déanamh.
Have you got it all free?
Bhaine chur na raidh gach ile tradiisiún agus gach ile scéala chur raidh thuganna. Bhaine bíomhan linn na léitheanta hagan go deo. Waith hain, waithí hain, utha hain, bhain hain. Tá áit ar le bhaine lig. Áit ar linne lig í. Cumann Lucas Gael, tá áit dúna lig am.
She'll forget it's her first day. She'll grit her teeth and try her heart out. She'll know that someday she'll master the lift. She'll never forget her first day. She is a camogie player, and she belongs where we all belong. GAA, where we all belong.
Good morning, John.
Morning, Tom. You'll taxi with...
The fact of coming back down here to meet up with the lads and everything and the contact they kept with me is an enormous boost.
There was a need there for us to look after our older members. My own father comes along and he was sick then before Christmas, so he didn't come here, and really I could see a difference in him. I felt that he missed his friends.
The Monday Club, and everybody who wants to come along is invited. They're remaking connections that they had 20 years ago when they were all very active club members, and now all of a sudden they sit down and it's like they were never away from one another.
I think it's one of the better things that we've done on our healthy club journey because it means so much.
Support Wicklow GAA and you could win a hybrid Ford Puma worth 33,000 euro or 25,000 euro cash. Get your tickets from your club. Don't forget Wicklow GAA's Golf Classic East is September 19. Want to enter a team or sponsor a tee? Follow our social media for details.
A healthy club is where we all belong.
Irish GAA Healthy Club is a game changer.
In this place, at this time.
We belong not because of who we are or where we come from.
Being here means belonging.
Belonging means knowing you're part of a community.
A community that has a place for all.
Where potential is nurtured.
Where individuals
become teams.
Who honour the legacy of those who went before.
And strive to build a legacy of their own.
Some of us play.
Some of us used to play.
Some of us never played.
We all belong.
Belonging means having a voice.
Means being able to say what you think is right.
Being listened to.
Belonging means respecting each other.
On the pitch, off the pitch.
Belonging means rolling up your sleeves
and doing what needs to be done.
We all belong, whether it's our first day
or our 100th year.
We all belong because this place belongs to us all.
RGA, where we all belong.
RGA, where we all belong.
Cumann Lucas Gael, to Áit Dúine a League An.
RGA,
where we all belong.
Our GAA, where we all belong. RGA, where we all belong.
Everything we do in the club involves the community.
The men are out walking, having the cuppa, chatting. We have a wonderful morning here and it fits us out for the week and everybody just...
You're very welcome back here to the Wicklow GA TV stream of the Bowman Platform Higher Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final between Aughrim and Western Gaels. I'm Daniel Kenny on the commentary. We're about to get started here now in the second half. Aughrim leading 1-9 to 1-5. Tony Griffin was sent off in the first half for Western Gaels for a pull on Dean Barnes. Chris Canavan waiting for players to get in position. Having a look to see if there's any changes coming in. Of course, Tom Moore in the first half for Western Gaels got 1-2. The goal scored in the first half by Adam Lively for Aughrim. Ian Clancy had a penalty save for Aughrim. Michael Cleary saving that. Both keepers have actually had fine games. Chris Canavan gets the ball in, and away we go. John Toomey getting the ball into space, looking at his options. Sees the run of Mark O'Shea there, closely followed by his marker. No, Rory Corrigan pushes him in the back, and it's a free in to Aughrim. Clancy was decent on the frees in the first half, scoring 4. He'll have a chance here to get his 5th. Assessing the posts, goes through his routine again. Looking up and down, putting down their hurl, rising, striking, and puts it. Yeah, umpire seem happy between the posts. 110 to 1-5, 5 points in it.
The owner of a Renault traffic ban registration.
Cleary with the puck out. Goes long, looking for MJ Moran. Moran gets out in front of 2 men, but he can't get it there. But it's a free to him, pushed in the back. And it's a free in to Western Gaels. Luke Burnow with the free in the middle of the park. Does have a bit of a win behind him. Seems like the free is closer to the Aughrim 65 than the midfield line. Luke Byrne going through his routine. Rises, strikes. It's a good strike, but has it got the accuracy? It does indeed. Umpire's happy with it. 4 points now the margin. Aughrim 1-10, Western Gaels 1-6. David Whitty, Aughrim a man up here now for this entire half, and if there is to go the extra time, we'll have it for then as well. Dropping on top of Lorcan Toomey. Toomey catches ahead of Charlie Chamley. He breaks through the challenge there of Conal Byrne. Toomey takes it out wide, over the shoulder, swings it in. Jack Reed's underneath it for Western Gaels. Gets a touch on there from Cleary. And Cian Deering goes to collect, wins it free. Western Gaels with a chance to clear their lines. Alice Kavanagh, or Jack Reed, overcommitted to a ball in the first half. And Alice Kavanagh broke onto it. And Reed dragged him down the square, giving away a penalty. This half, I think Jack Reed will try and stick at the back of Alice Kavanagh and not let anything like that happen again. The free goes to Rory Martin, who takes a touch into space brilliantly. Rory Martin looks at the target, swings it over his shoulder. Has it got the accuracy? It doesn't. It goes to the left and wide. A chance not taken. Rory Martin missed a free at the start of the match. Western Gaels are going to need everything they can get now, being a man down and 4 points down. Dropping on early Toomey. Toomey can't get there, but Lorcan Toomey does. Lorcan Toomey tries to burst through Chamley. No free there, although Chamley's in sense there should have been. Lorcan Toomey goes back to collect. Chamley now looking to get it. Moran gets his shoulder in. The ball is still in question. However, John Toomey gathers. Here's Dylan Byrne, jinking this way and that. Blocked down by Kieran Traynor. Ball now, possession loose. Luke Byrne, he's a man you can back your house, won't make any error when trying to pick it up. Chamley's ball forward is just too short for Tom Moran. Joe McGuckin gets a boot there, but Tom Moran showed great pace. Get out there and put pressure on the half-back line here of Aughrim. Alice Kavanagh though sends it into the full forward line, looking for the small man Mark O'Shea. Jack Reed gets a hand to it. Conal Byrne whips it forward. It's underneath. Robert Lambert comes out and collects. No pressure on him. Shifts the challenge to David Peppert. He's looking for Mark O'Shea, but Luke Byrne, well, commentators Kerstar said he'd always back your house, train to take a touch, but that's his first missed touch today. Kieran Traynor trying to get there. Mark O'Shea dodges him, gets it into Lorcan Toomey. Lorcan with their brother John misses him, but goes to Lambert. He can't get it. Roy Martin tries to come out with it. The ball is still loose. Alice Kavanagh though putting pay to that. He looks for Lorcan Toomey, but Conal Byrne and Conor Manifold get mixed up. And the ball is still loose. Now Kieran Traynor has possession. Meaningful possession. Looking for Tom Moran. He's ahead of Philip Toomey. No, Toomey gets the hurl there. Toomey doing really well, but Tom Moran tried to win it. He's lost his hurl. He's surrounded by Aughrim players. Tom Moran though keeping the ball alive, so Aughrim don't have an easy clearance. David Peppert trying to get in there. The only two Western Gaels in that ruck for them. One of them without a hurl. MJ Moore now coming in. Chris Canavan's going to throw the ball in. No. Looking for any movement on the benches there, nothing there. Chris Canavan's about to throw this ball back in. MJ Moran and Robert Lambert in for the throw in. Just throws. Not very many players swing anymore, and I suppose with Tony Griffin sending off, you can't wonder why. John Toomey bursts out with that, and it's a free out to Aughrim. Just 5 minutes gone in this half. Robert Lambert with the free. Gotta be looking forward long. Lambert sends it down the covered stand side. Chamley though catches. In now for Conor Manifold. Manifold to Kieran Traynor. Kieran Traynor has Luke Byrne in space. He goes to find him. Luke Byrne bursts onto it. Just goes a bit away from him. He can't take it on the stride, but collects anyway. Luke Byrne sends it over the bar. That is a delightful point. That is a sweet strike. Not much power in it, just pure and utter accuracy and understanding. Off the sweet spot. 3 points in it now. Aughrim 110, Western Gaels 1-7. David Whitty with the puck out, sends it down the open stand side, looking for John Toomey. Luke Byrne is underneath this. Luke Byrne does well to put Toomey off there by jumping over him. Can't get his hurl to it. Luke Byrne ends up on the ground. Ruck forms because Canavan's going to throw the ball in again. I suppose he's not allowing these rucks to go on too long. Roy Martin and John Toomey are going to be the men in for the throw-in. Thomas Hayden there standing to the one side. Two men pull there. That's what you want to see. Lads pulling for the ball. And possession is probably in the worst position it was a few moments ago. However, Roy Martin is putting head to that. Roy Martin on the advantage. Gives it in, looking for MJ Moore, and Joe McGuckin intercepts, but they're going to bring it back for the free for Western Gaels.
Announcement. Following this game, traffic may only leave the ground to the west gate.
Luke Byrne now with the free on his own 65. Scored that last point, a sweet strike. Luke Byrne Got to go through his regular routine now. He'll look up and down a couple of times before he's happy to strike it. Wind slightly coming across field, but he's at his back. Luke Byrne doesn't have the legs and is just tailing wide. Conor Deering does get a hurl up to it. It's kept in play. David Pepper goes to collect. Does. MJ Moran is available. Pepper doesn't use him. Looks inside for Kieran Traynor, but John Toomey reads it well. John Toomey back to Robert Lambert. Lambert hoosted downfield. Jack Reed is underneath this ahead of Alex Kavanagh. He misses it. Alex Kavanagh now in a bit of space. He tries to get through. Conal Byrne does well low and the ball comes loose. Conal Byrne putting his body in the way. And I think it's Chamley there who has the ball. He's on the advantage now. Finds Luke Byrne. Luke Byrne takes through the challenge to Thomas Hayden. Gets it to Conor Manifold. Manifold, long ball down to no one in particular, just Robert Lambert. I think, is it going? It's not going out for a line ball just yet. Lambert, though, will take his time to get over to it. Not an immediate press. Oh, no, it is a line ball, rather. Lambert hits it in for John Toomey. Pressure from Kieran Traynor. Back to Lambert. Lambert under pressure from Tom Moran. Lambert pulls on it, swings it. Roy Martin gets the ball. Runs through the challenge. Roy Martin, bit of space in front of him. On the wrist, Roy Martin puts it over the bar. Western Gaels 1-8, Aughrim 1-10, 2 points in it. Western Gaels have made a good start too this second half. Lead is cut down to 2 points. Bit more excitement in the Western Gaels hopeful voices now. Puck out from David Whitty, hangs up in the air. Roy Martin gets a hurl to it. John Toomey though collects the breaking ball. Tries to get through a few players, has the free. Clancy is coming out to take this. And Clancy, the only scorer so far in this half, and the wind seems to be picking up, so this will be a difficult one if he can get at the distance. We saw there David Whitty's puck out a few moments ago, hung up in the air for quite a few moments before eventually dropping on top of Rory Martin. It was intended for John Toomey. Didn't have the legs. Clancy going through his routine. Clancy lining up his shoulders to the posts. It's down, rises, strikes. It's a sweet strike, but doesn't have the legs. Doesn't seem to be. He's dropping in the box. It's pucked on there by Cian Deering. But John Toomey now trying to get forward. 2 Western Gaels men go for it. Jack Reed got the vital touch to get away from goal. And Conor Manifold is under pressure from Mark O'Shea to try and win this. Luke Byrne comes in. Luke Byrne being held up by Toomey. Free out to Western Gaels. Luke Byrne. He's such a sharp touch, such a sharp pickup. I think I've mentioned it plenty of times here today. You need players to be at their most sharpness too when you're a man down. Cleary coming out to take this one. Again, wind at his back. It's dying down now a little bit. Toomey is standing in the hole for Aughrim. He's going to try to get it over him. He does. Tom Moran's underneath it with Robert Lambert. Lambert gets a hurl to it. It only spills out to Joe McGuckian for Aughrim. Philip Toomey trying to get a hurl to it. Doesn't get there. Joe McGuckian trying to get there as well. David Pepper getting a hurl. Joe McGuckian still keeping it going forward. On now to Thomas Hayden. Thomas Hayden, MJ Moran putting on the block. He toasts it in, but Conal Byrne catches. Conal Byrne sends it back in. Has it got the legs? It's got a drop. Conor Deering tries to get a hurl there. David Whitty does so well to block it out into space and not allow a chance there for a Western Gaels goal. Dylan Byrne hits it into space just on the sideline here on the open end stand. He's bundled over by a couple of Western Gaels players. The free out to Aughrim. He seems a bit worse for wear from that challenge. He'll take a few moments before he fully recovers for this. Chris Canavan going in now to assess the damage that Dylan Byrne has taken. Just almost 11 minutes gone. Aughrim leading by 2, 1-10 to 1-8. For Western Gaels, they're going to need to find more. They're going to need to find some more routes for more scoring zones. They can get Luke Byrne in a bit of space. He does have a good strike. So is Rory Martin. Lambert now with the free. Sort of mishits that. Underneath that is Kieran Traynor. Gets a hurl to it. David Pepper breaks onto it. Can't pick it up first time. Under pressure from McGuckian and from Mark Clancy. The ball is now in a state of a ruck. Moran trying to get a hurl in there. Mark Clancy's bundled over and it's going to be a free out to Aughrim. Chris Canavan just assessing Mark Clancy. It's not necessarily a head injury. He's not allowing the physio on. Clancy seems okay. Dylan Byrne with the free. He's going to be giving Pepper here now a yellow card, it looks like. Chris Canavan raises the yellow flag. Yellow card, rather. God. This isn't American football. Dylan Byrne, on his own 45, strikes it. Goes for a bit of a lower trajectory one, and Lively's in a bit of space, but Conor Manifold got a brilliant hurl there. Conor Manifold, under pressure from Lively. Gets the free out. Lively there, a bit too lively on him. Free out for Western Gaels. Michael Cleary trotting over to take this. He's a good strike at him. He reached the box there from only a little bit further back on the opposite side earlier on. Cleary with the free. Just having a look here for anyone. Doesn't seem to be any Aughrim players taking up any bits of space. Cleary now hits it forward. Lot of white shirts around here. Moran trying to get a hurl to it. Thomas Hayden gets possession for Aughrim. Joe McGuckian. McGuckian onto Dylan Byrne. David Pepper putting him under pressure. Dylan Byrne just going past him and on now to Conor Lambert. Lambert fires it forward. Keane there, he misses it. Alice Kavanagh now. He benefited earlier on by winning a penalty from a misjudged ball from a Western Gaels defender. But his pass to Mark O'Shea goes astray. And Luke Byrne now in possession. Lively on his case and has to get rid of it quickly. Just takes his time and calmly gets it over to Charlie Chamney. Chamney from a good distance, dropping it in on top of the square. Tom Moran's underneath it. Conor Deering is too. Strikes out there. Philip Toomey using his body and his hurl to not allow anyone to come away with it for Western Gaels. John Toomey's in possession, gets it to Joe McGuckian. McGuckian to Dylan Byrne. Dylan Byrne under pressure from Rory Martin. Luke Byrne standing him up, but Joe McGuckian gets the pass. Dylan Byrne did well there. A brilliant block down now by Kieran Traynor. Kieran Traynor gets past McGuckian. Rory Martin's in a bit of space. Rory Martin has a bit of space in front of him. He just can't control it first time. Mark Clancy gets out to him. It's a free in. That was a definite frontal charge there from Mark Clancy. Now and a chance for Western Gaels to get the deficit down to the bare minimum. So warming up here for Western Gaels, Jim Corrigan will be coming on shortly. There's a man down on the far side for Western Gaels. I think that might be Charlie Chamney. Be a big loss as well if they lost Charlie Chamney now. Yeah, they're saying they're getting him in on the sideline. Jim is coming on. But who exactly for? Luke Byrne with the free, strikes it over. Calm as you like. 110 to 1-9 now. Aughrim up by a point. So far, Luke Byrne has scored a 65, 3 frees and 2 from play. Well, hang on a moment there. I think they're not happy by how quick he took that. I think Chris Canavan was just assessing the Jammis' Charlie Chamney there. So Luke Byrne to take it again. Just on the edge of the arc. Almost looked a little bit further out than the first time he took it. So does Luke Byrne do 2 takes? So another chance, I suppose, the only chance really to get the deficit down to 1. Luke Byrne hits it wide. So, as a correction, it's a 65, 2 frees and 2 from play for Luke Byrne. And that is an unfortunate wide for him now from such a favourable position. I suppose as well, like Chris Canavan didn't blow the whistle, so he maybe just rushed at the first time. David Whitty sending it down, looking for the Toomeys. John Toomey's the man in possession. John McGuckian's running ahead of him, so is Lorcan Toomey. He tries to burst past Luke Byrne. He's held up. John McGuckian now in possession. Lorcan Toomey is ahead of him. Conor Lambert has the ball. He shoots. He puts it over the bar, and Aughrim now have their second point of this half. 111 to 1-8, 3 points to margin. We've already got over 16 minutes played in this second half. I think we got confirmation there of Jim Corrigan coming on for Charlie Chamney as well. So unfortunately for Chamney, his day is done. Michael Cleary with the puck out. Dropping underneath David Peppers. Hurl there from Mark Clancy. Spills loose over to John Toomey. Doesn't control it first time, but on his own, so gets the break. John Toomey shoves the shoulders back and gets it over the bar. That's a brilliant score for Aughrim. 112 to 1-8. So for all the good that Western Gaels did in the first 10 minutes of this half, that's all been cancelled out. It's back to a 4-point margin of winning for Aughrim. We have a sub warming up for Western Gaels, number 17, Brian Keogh will be introduced shortly. Trainer there, gets the ball, second time of asking. Conor Manifold, locked up in the air for him. Immediate pressure from Thomas Hayden, but he does get the ball away. Kieran Chernow can't control it. John Toomey gets a hurl to it. It's a line ball to Western Gaels. There's I think James Phelan is just calling for Brian Keogh to be introduced now. Brian Keogh, who's he going for? Conor Deering. Conor Deering, of course, on a yellow card from earlier on, had a goal chance saved by David Whitty. Conor Deering, day is done. Western Gaels are going to need a big 12 minutes or so here now. Luke Byrne with the line ball. Rory Corrigan was in space. He just gives a short one to Conor Manifold, who does very well despite the pressure of Mark O'Shea to pick that up. Now Brian Keogh will have a chance to get out here. No, it's cut out well there by Lorcan Toomey, but he can't fully control it, but Robert Lambert can. Bursting out past MJ Moran. Robert Lambert still in the trot. MJ Moran's really caught up to him, but Robert Lambert, using experience, just ducks in, keeps the ball in his possession. Conor Lambert now sends into the full forward line, looking for Alex Cabinet. It's ahead of Jack Reid. Neither can get it. Lively does. Keen there and brilliant there, blocked down. Lively there. Hurl comes across. Lively still in possession. On to Clancy. Clancy with a chance. He's going to have a chance at a free here now, as he wasn't the advantage there for that pull across by Cian Deering. Free in which Clancy will look to take. Just waiting for a ball to come his way. It's 112 to 1-8. Clancy had a chance to put them up by 5 points now for Aughrim. Carnew Emmets awaiting the victors of this match as the prize for victory in this match, placing the Booming Platform Higher Intermediate Hurling Championship final. Clancy, he's been striking them well today for the most part. One already scored from free in this half. Clancy rises, strikes. This one's got a tail to left and wide. The commentator's curse is back. Michael Cleary now with the puck out. Going long, looking for MJ Moran, who's trying to get into space, but Joe McGuckian is just on his case. It goes beyond them to Thomas Hayden. Can't control it first time, gets it the second time. He's under a bit of pressure. Brian Keogh gets a hurl in there, so does Moran, and now Rory Martin can run at goal. Rory Martin shoots, into the back of the net! Skids underneath Whitty! Rory Martin! That is a massive, massive score for Western Gaels. 2-8 to 112. 15 points to 14. We are in for a grandstand last 10 minutes here now. Robert Lambert getting the short puck out from Whitty. He sends it long. Manifold is in front of Toomey. Manifold gets a hand to it. Manifold gets it into Jim Corrigan, and Jim Corrigan can't control it first time, but Manifold comes out with it. Substitutes the first half. Manifold looking for the equaliser. The ball is dropping. It looks to be going wide. It is indeed going wide. That Rory Martin goal now has put an interesting story here now for the last 10 minutes. We can see another sub going to be introduced soon for Western Gaels. Max Keogh is stripped off and ready to go. Ball dropping underneath Toomey and Byrne. Toomey though rolls him, looks for Lively in space, and Conal Byrne does very well there, wins a free. Free there now for Western Gaels. Adam Lively, I think, is going to be going in the book here for that high challenge. Lively, the goal scorer for Aughrim. In fact, it's going to be Aughrim's first yellow card, full stop. Michael Cleary now with the free. He's a good strike on him. He was hitting the box from a bit further back earlier on in the match. Now he's just beyond his own 45. Michael Cleary goes through the ball, winds it up. It's going to drop into the box as well, this one. Roy Martin's underneath it, as well as Dean Barnes. Ball breaks, David Whitty probably doing the smart thing in that position. David Peppard was in there. Whitty hits it out for a 65. He's had a good game, Whitty. Might not want to look at that Rory Martin goal again, but other than that, he's been very good. So as I mentioned there, Max Keogh is coming on We're looking to see who's coming off. David Peppard coming off. Hasn't really gotten going this match for David Peppard. Conal Byrne with a chance to equalise from a 65. Suppose earlier on he hit a free wide, which he took one too early and put it over. Luke Byrne going through his routine. Max Keogh is doing up his laces. Should have already had that done. Luke Byrne for the equaliser. Luke Byrne's got it. It's 112 to 2-9. Western Gaels have done well. A man down and now back level. We've got about 7.5 minutes to go until the 60-minute mark. David Whitty looking for Conor Lambert underneath there as well. Is Conal Byrne. It goes out for a line ball to Western Gaels. They're looking to be a bit in the ascendancy here. Luke Byrne will take this sideline. We're having Max Keogh inside there being marked by Mark Clancy. Luke Byrne assessing his options. Max Keogh has a bit of space to his right. Is Luke Byrne going to try to find him? He is, but that one is just coming back into the centre. Manifold underneath it, but so is Lorcan Toomey for Aughrim. Lorcan Toomey intercepts that line ball. He sends it down looking for Mark O'Shea with Rory Corrigan just behind him. He gives Mark O'Shea a bit of space, and that space is cut out by Cian Deeran. However, ball is question marks over who's in possession. It's just on the ground. Deeran there has it. Deeran tries to burst out, gives it off to MJ Moran. Bit of space for MJ Moran, but Joe McGucky's fast enough to close it down, is he? MJ Moran's still going. MJ Moran now cuts back inside. Has Deeran there available, gives it to him. Luke Byrne's inside, but Deeran decides to hoof it down. Looking now, brilliant catch by Brian Keogh. Brian Keogh takes it past his marker. Keogh still going, but however, a good tackle there from Aughrim by Thomas Hayden. And Thomas Hayden now in possession. Hit over the sideline by Rory Martin. That is a brilliant shoulder from Rory Martin. Line ball to Western Gaels. Rory Martin to take this. So we've got 6 minutes left to go. Luke Byrne Rory Martin with the line ball. It goes low, but it's going in there, and there is Kieran Traynor, but ahead of him was Robert Lambert. Scramble for possession now into a ruck. Tom Moran gets it up. Moran, he scored 1-2 in the first half. That ball just isn't good enough for his sake to score. However, Western Gaels do recover. Here's Kieran Traynor. Traynor just mishits that one. Whitty collects. Whitty blocked down by Kieran Traynor, and the ball comes out towards the sideline. Dylan Byrne gets there first. Byrne under pressure by Moran. Moran gives it off to Luke Byrne. Luke Byrne just snatches at that shot and it goes wide. He probably had a few more seconds than he thought.
Gentlemen, I'd just like to remind you, following this game,
112 to 2-9. 15 points each. David Whitty with the Aughrim puck out. It's not as free-flowing scoring in this second half as it was in the first half, but nonetheless we have a serious end to this game coming. Deeran goes to pull. Lorcan Toomey puts his hand up. It drops to the ground. Conor Lambert gets a hurl to it. Mark O'Shea and Rory Corrigan run into it. Rory Corrigan gets a hurl to it, but Mark O'Shea keeps it in front of him. Conal Byrne trying to get it up. However, it comes to Lorcan Toomey. Lorcan Toomey held up by Cian Deeran. Good strength, but Lorcan Toomey gets past him. Lorcan Toomey for the lead score. Doesn't get it. However, it's going to be a free to Aughrim. I think he's saying it was held back. However, it looked like he just came through the challenge of Cian Deeran standing his ground. Clancy now to put Aughrim back in front. You can see out there at the dressing rooms the senior hurlers of Avondale and Aughrim watching on as Clancy takes this free, looking to make it 113 to 2-9. Clancy with 4 minutes left to go till the 60-minute mark. Clancy strikes it. It's good. It's over the bar. Brilliant free taken for Clancy. Hasn't been 100%, but that's a big score. Michael Cleary, quick book out looking for Conor Manifold. However, too quick for Chris Canavan's like him. I mean, to be fair, he's right there. By the time Michael Cleary had that hit, I don't think everyone's outside of the 21. This is going to be a massive few minutes left to go. Michael Cleary is going to go along now. Underneath there is Conor Manifold, but it's going to go to Max Keogh. It's into a bit of space for Keogh to run into. Max Keogh keeps it in play. Although no Western Gaels player there, was probably good. Philip Toomey pulls it out, misses Jim Corrigan, goes to Lorcan Toomey. Lorcan Toomey ducks the head into Luke Byrne. That should probably be Luke Byrne. He's on the advantage. I'll be honest with you, I think Chris Canavan's got that one wrong. Lorcan Toomey ducked his head into Luke Byrne rather than Luke Byrne putting his arm into Lorcan Toomey. But that's the cunningness of Toomey. He's a brilliant player, using his experience. Buying a free there. And now Ian Clancy with another chance from a free to put Aughrim back up by 2 points. And as we're heading towards the last 2 minutes of this match, you feel if West Gaels have any chance, they're going to need a goal. This one, though, for Clancy's sake, has gone wide. Point still remains in it. Going into the last 2 minutes, Cleary sends it down looking for MJ Moran. McGuckian, though, has been brilliant this match. Brilliant at putting an MJ Moran off. McGuckian using his body well just to shield the challenge off of MJ Moran. But he comes out with it now. However, Max Keogh trying to get there. Kieran Traynor trying to get there. John Toomey puts his body in there. Gets it out, John Toomey. Toomey looking to send it forward. Toomey does. Mark O'Shea and Rory Corrigan after it. It's going to go out, though, for the side. And no, Mark O'Shea keeps it in play. Mark O'Shea turns inside in a bit of space. Gives it off to Lorcan Toomey. He's Alex Cameron inside. Deering gets a touch to it. And Western Gaels overturn possession. Out comes Conal Byrne. Conal Byrne lifts it up to Luke Byrne. Luke Byrne strikes it down the pitch. Looking for Tom Moore. Philip Toomey, though, there like a rash. He's been on him all day. Kieran Traynor trying to get to the ball. Moran has it now. Moran trying to run a space. He's on the advantage. Moran, chance to equalise. Moran drops shot, but there'll be a chance to level things up here for Luke Byrne. (1:13 to 2-9). We can see, I know, Nigel Tom Moran, just his boot was need to be adjusted. See the linesman over there, PJ. PJ be disappointed that it's not Kilcool that the winner of this will be facing after their loss yesterday to Carnew. The last minute winner free from Drew Brennan. Luke Byrne now to equalise. Less than a minute to go. Luke Byrne strikes it to the left and wide. You can't say Western Gaels haven't had their chances. 2 missed frees from Luke Byrne. 3 missed frees from Luke Byrne. 3 minutes out of time here now to go. David Whitty sends it long. Toomey's underneath it. So is Conor Manifold for Western Gaels. It's going to come over their heads. Try on Toomey! Plucks it from the sky. On now to Lorcan Toomey. This could put 2 between them. Lorcan Toomey has got it now. It is 1:14 to 2-9 for Aughrim. Their name is all but in the intermediate final championship. Well, championship final. Michael Cleary with the puck out. Goes dead centre. It's a long one. Roy Martin tries to get a hand to it. Max Keogh can't get there. John Toomey gets to it. Shifts the challenge of Roy Martin. Drops down looking for Mark O'Shea. Rory Corrigan. Brilliant touch by O'Shea. But it's spilled out. Jack Reid now in possession. Gets it forward. Bit of space here now for Kieran Traynor if he can get there. It's just got a bit trickle on the sideline. No, it's not. Kieran Traynor in possession. Gives it off to Tom Moran. About to run into a few bodies. But gets a shoot. No, he just loose pass. Here's Brian Keogh. It's blocked down. Joe McGuckie gets to it. Tom Moran snatches it. Tom Moran in the box. Surely that's a penalty. There's bodies everywhere. Chris Canavan saying no penalty. The ball is still up for grabs. Here on the Aughrim sideline. Rory Martin shot. Right, it's not going over now. Phil Toomey hits it out to the sideline. A goal mouth scramble. 2 or 3 times that ball was nicked off either an Aughrim or a Western Gaels player. The only shot I could really see was Rory Martin's, which didn't make its way to the goal line, but now a sideline ball. Kieran Trainor's going to take for Western Gaels. Max Keogh standing in the space. He's going to send it in, blocked by Thomas Hayden. Picked up though by Brian Keogh. Getting past Thomas Hayden. Brian Keogh trying to send it in there. Aughrim have bodies back there. Joe McGuckie in possession. Trying to burst out with the ball now. Adam Lively. Fairly lively trying to get out. On to John Toomey. Toomey sure he's got to shut the patrols back. No. Cuts inside, but MJ Moran's there. Moran bucks it off from Thomas Hayden. Brian Keogh lets in a rasper. Goes wide of the target. That was not the right option for Brian Keogh to take at that point. On the 21. It's too high. We've still got just under a minute to go. You feel though the chance may be gone for Western Gaels. For Aughrim, they need to hang on to possession here. Witty goal sends it long. Underneath it is Mark O'Shea and Cian Deering. Deering gets a hurl to it. It looks like it's a line ball for Aughrim. Came off the hurl of Cian Deering. Oh no, it isn't. Canavan's going to throw the ball in. None of the parties could agree on whose ball it was. PJ did have his flag pointed in the direction of the Western Gaels goal. Aughrim though, Cian Deering comes with it. Cian Deering going through a few bodies, has the advantage. There's going to be one last chance here now from a free. Send it into the box. Michael Cleary's not making his way up. Trying to look here, who is going to be taking it. Looks to be Conal Byrne. Deering is feeling the effects of that. No, Cleary is on his way up here now. Conal Byrne's going to send himself into the box. With the amount of bodies in there, if that ball can make it into the goal, this will be some finish. But Aughrim doing as they should, packing that goal. I'm having a look out here as well. I can see Clancy and Alex Kavanagh are the furthest forward for Aughrim. Ball is hit in by Cleary. It's dropping. It's nowhere near the goal. Hand up there. Who's in possession? Tom Moran trying to get there. Brian Keogh or Kieran Trainor gets it. It's coming away from goal, Kieran Trainor. Philip Toomey doing brilliantly to get to him. Rory Corrigan now. Rory Corrigan, that's just a poor decision from him. Mark O'Shea gathers. Brilliant read of the game for Mark O'Shea. And that's it. Aughrim are into the intermediate final. 114 to 2-9. A 1-point victory over Western Gaels. 2-point victory over Western Gaels. They will face off against Carnew Emmets. A chance to put things right after last year's defeat in the final to Avondale. Thank you very much for tuning into this. After this match, we will have the Boom and Platform Hire Senior Hurling Championship semi-final between Avondale and Bray Emmets. But